Okay, so now we're adding one more. Let's see if this works additionally. Again, go select. Take this query. Or go to data.StackExchange. Once we go to data.StackExchange, we can come to compose query. Under compose query, let's take this now. So earlier we had till Twitter. Okay, let's take it. Stack Overflow as well.
What is that you're going to search?
Let's try to do this part. It's an error here. Okay. So yeah, earlier what we did, we got it till the Twitter, but let's add an additional row of Stack Overflow as well. Now run a query.
So I think we have Stack Overflow in the first line.
Do we?
Yeah.
Or is that the Google? Okay. Here we have in this first, right? This is as a profile URL because again, Stack Overflow and Stack Exchange is interlinked. This is as a just go to this particular URL and search for that particular username.
Okay.
So like the way go to particular URL of Twitter and search for that particular username. LinkedIn, go to that particular URL and search for the username. GitHub, go to that particular URL and search for username. Plus.google.com, which is basically Google Plus, go to that particular URL and search for the username.
Likewise, can we add like HackerRank and as well as Quora, like in case if you know that how we can write that.
Voice is breaking, Sharma.
Likewise, can we add Quora and as well as
you can add. You can add. So let it come. Meanwhile, we'll close this. So yeah, any queries meanwhile on how to go about the search on a Stack Overflow using this query or using this method? Now, yeah, we got it. So this is Stack Overflow as well. So profile URL, this is basically a profile URL. As I mentioned, like these are interlinked. Stack Overflow and Stack Exchange is interlinked. That's the reason profile URL will be accurate over here. But just in case, if you want to find some of the external links, just the small code which goes to first google.com search and query is equal to username. And in case if you get that, so let's see here what it's searching. So no, it's not. Similarly, let's come back. Let's see. Divakar. Nope. As I mentioned, there is no formula to search direct on this thing. User. No. Anyway, stack won't work. But otherwise, first itself we have their query, this profile URL. So yeah, any questions on this? How to go about a direct search on a stack? I'll just take a pause.
Can just summarize.
Can you quickly recap it?
Okay. So just go to Stack Overflow. Click here. Let me log out. All right. Once you search for Stack Overflow in Google, you'll get the list of results. Open stackoverflow.com. After opening stackoverflow.com, if you don't have an account, sign up. Either you can sign up using Google, sign up using GitHub, sign up using Facebook. So I'm already signed up. So let me log in. I'll log in using GitHub. We end up here. As we do not have any formula to search for list of users working on this particular technology from this particular location. So what we do, there are a couple of repositories. So first thing, a very easy way. Here I copy pasted the repository link. Just click on this link. Click here. Just go here. Tag name, which is basically a technology. So for Stack Overflow, tag in Stack Exchange or Stack Overflow means technical skills like Java, .NET or C++. So let's say Java, and then location name you give. Hyderabad, and then run a query. Once you run a query, you'll get the list of results. Let's wait for some time till the time we get the list of results. So this repository created by this person. So there's another repository similarly. Stack Overflow by country. Stack Overflow SQL query generator. This is on Recruiter Flow. So let's come meanwhile and see this. Yeah, now here we got the list of, no, not this one. Here we got the list of results, Java and Hyderabad, with their user link, with the reputations, display, location, and then their score. The problem here, when we download with the CSV file, we won't get these user links actually. User links are enabled only on this particular site. But you can always use a data miner, which we covered in our previous session, how to use a data miner. You can refer to that video to understand how to use a data miner. You can always use a data miner and then create a recipe so that it could scroll this data so that you'll get the user URLs. In that video, we have clearly covered how to scrape the data when there is a URL existing behind it. Otherwise, let's see in case we can do that now once. And see in case if the URLs can be scraped. Meanwhile, just come here. So once we download this, So here is the one which we downloaded. So once we download it, we do not have this user links here. We do not have a link to the user, though we are downloading, but we do not have an option to view the links. All right. So this is the one. So to view it, what to do? We'll go next after that. But otherwise, let's see in case if we can create a recipe once. Just this shift. Yes, we can do that using data miner. There's a way. So this is just in a very short form. I've just shown it. But otherwise, if you can just refer to the video, you'll be able to see how to create this recipe in detail. I think it's got stuck in the downloads. Okay. Yeah, just those limited results. Yeah, we can do in this way. So those were just the limited results to scrape it. But otherwise, that's how we can get those list of usernames if we have to scrape. All right, so let's close this. So that's one way of doing it. And other way, here again, we have a person who created one more repository where we just need to enter the country name. It will pull the top users from the country, but it will not pull the list of users with the list of tags, with the list of technologies. So that's reason I just ignore this. But otherwise, here again, you have some SQL query generator. I can paste this as well. By Recruiter Flow, they provide online trainings for some amount. You can go for that also. So user location, let's see. Directly, you will not be able to find this link. If you go to their website also, you won't be able to end up in this link. So it's better, whatever the link I've given, you can just click on that link and come here. But otherwise, directly also, it's not possible. Copy a query. So here you got this query generated. Now copy a query and go to data.StackExchange. So we just copied this. So directly we can also go to data.StackExchange. Then click on compose a query, come to this page. and copy, then run a query. So again, here we have a list of users. So about them, so this also is you get from their profile, about them, whatever they have mentioned, then views, upvotes, downvotes, website URL, location, display names, and the profile links. So this is one way of doing it. And another way of doing it, the more manual way of it, I just come to Stack Exchange or data.stackexchange. Stack Exchange, compose a query, and here is the query. So let's say Control E, Control C, Control V, scroll up. So the dot is basically an error. This is basically a compiler. So run a query. Incorrect syntax. Let me just go to the doc. Let me select this. Let's say if not Python, we say Java. If not India, we say Bangalore, Bengaluru, BLR. Copy. To the query. Line 14, incorrect syntax. Yeah. Then the query. Line 15. Let's do this. I'll write this query also. I'll compose it here. So a bit of here and there, your file is messed up. So don't copy from the code, copy from the select distinct. Don't copy from here. So just copy from here. And at last, if you want to change the location, like here we did Bangalore, 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 and here we did Java. So Bangalore, Bangalore, Bengaluru, BLR, and then Java. So we have list of results from Bangalore, Bangalore, Bengaluru, BLR someone written. Let's see. Otherwise, Bangalore or Bengaluru we have.
So
HSR.
from one, sorry. So from one particular profile, we are able to get this kind of a result.
This is the list of names. So not one profile, we have n number of profiles. How many we have?
No, I mean, we
Mhm.
gave one, we got into one candidate and then we got this result, right?
Not able to get your question. Can you please rephrase it?
No, like, how did we get into this result is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
Through
saying.
their repositories, right?
Exactly, through the repository. Here I copy pasted those links. Here also it is. What you need to do is just click on this link. It will end up here. Then you copy this. Just copy this code. Okay. This not.
This code is taken from your thing, right?
I have saved this code
Correct.
in my files. So I'm sharing this code with you now here. So I just come here. Again, go to data.StackExchange. Click on compose a query. Paste this code. Just make sure that there are no errors, but otherwise it will throw the error here. Then run a query. So we are not getting from the profile. We are going to proper repository, proper compose a query compiler. So data.StackExchange /stack_overflow/query/new. Over here, we're writing a code. This is basically a compiler. Over here, we're writing a code so that it fetches the results from the entire Stack Overflow. Now here you have all the list of results. If I have to see how many, I don't know. So 3,000. So yeah, somewhere 3,868 rows returned 17,401. How much is this? Then download a CSV.
So these candidates might be the Java developers. Is that or
Not might be, they are. Because on their profile, they have mentioned tax as a Java. They are working on one of our language, which is Java. And from Bangalore. So almost 3,869 profiles.
these profiles we can go to LinkedIn or any other place and
You can find
can do
it's a proper
passive.
headhunting. It's a proper headhunting. It's a proper passive sourcing. You don't have an option of mass mailing. You don't have an option of mass searching. What all option you have is go to that repository, copy paste the code and get the list of people. Once you download the Excel, go one by one and see their additional links. And these are the kind of profiles. Like we viewed some of the profiles, they have a complete skeleton profile, complete profile with no information on LinkedIn. But we see they have a lot of information shared here on the Stack Overflow. So based on that, you can see which is the right profile on a LinkedIn and maybe try reaching out to them from LinkedIn or maybe other sources. So yeah, this is from Recruiter Flow, and this data, this code is manually written by someone. I got it from someone, and then all right. So I'll just take a pause. Any doubts, any queries on how to go with the search on a Stack Overflow? I'll take a pause here. A direct search, basically. Indirect, maybe next week we'll cover in our upcoming session. Otherwise, it might confuse now. All right. Any further doubts or questions on direct search?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Shweta, Shri,
No, sure.
we are good. Okay, then let's call out for a day today. I'll upload these recordings after this, maybe in the next couple of hours, and I'll keep you posted. In next session, we'll cover on how to go with indirect search. That's basically X-ray. That's pretty much easy. That could be covered within 15 to 20 minutes, max to max. But otherwise, I don't even think that much time is required. And apart from that, once we're done with the Stack Overflow, then we might go for the some other sessions. But in this, the important is about going to this particular link and copying this particular code by changing languages or locations over here. Also, you can go with date added or user reputations. Here it is 100. We can go with 10 also. So these are the users who has more than 100 reputations. We can in fact go with people who has only one reputation or two reputation, more than one, two reputations also. So here you don't do any changes. What you can changes wherever you can do is highlighted in a yellow. You can feel free to do the changes wherever it is highlighted in yellow, so that you get the manual results. And these are the results which can actually get with the URLs of the candidate. And once you get the URL of the candidate, click on the URL. And then once you go to the developer story, you'll be able to find their various links or people they're working in various companies or anything like that.
Still, it is. I mean, it is advisable to go to the LinkedIn or any other way to get the contact details or seek out, right?
Yeah, you can go that.
Okay, passive candidate.
That we can do. So let's say, let's download this data one more time. Let's see. I'll not open this file as it will get corrupt as soon as we open. But let's see in case if it works well. Seek out. Last time, if you would have missed connecting the dots between GitHub, Data Miner, and Seek out, you may have to refer to that video. So we'll get disconnected in next 10 minutes. Anyways, that's the end of a session for today. Let's see this if this works out. If it works, well and good. Otherwise, let's drop the call. Display name. So what we have here in the sheet. We have something display name, location, and stack profile. display name. Okay, full name, location, registration, reputation, views, profile URL. Let's say, no, these are not LinkedIn URLs. I'll ignore. Website URLs. Let's map with this. This will ignore. So whatever is there in the sheet are these ones. And now we have to map as per the seek out template. So anyways, here, though seek out does not have a Stack Overflow column, but let's see. Wallet, take a data from Stack. So if you have a LinkedIn URLs, definitely it will take, but from seek out, not really sure. So Stack data. Chief architect. This seems to be interesting. I won't comment anything, whether it is working or not, but I'll have to do some research and understand if it is working, how it is working, if it is not working, how it is not working. But for me, this seems to be kind of working.
There are some false positives as well.
There are some false positive, but there are some positives as well. Like if you see the repository star, followers, following, company. If I click on LinkedIn part. Okay, LinkedIn we did not had, but we got the LinkedIn. GitHub also we got it. Then where did stack link went and sit? Atif, right? So ATIF. This is this data. Let's see how many uploaded so far. 16. 16. So do we have any 60? Let's refresh. 16. Do we have only 16 profiles in this? Process bulk upload candidate. It's still uploading. What's that? Let me not disturb that file for now, but I think somewhere its answer is between yes and no. So there, all right, chill. Still in the process. Let's see. Let's wait till tomorrow and see how does it get synced. Maybe in another call we'll be able to come up. Two repositories. SocGen. LinkedIn, it got sync. Might be a possibility that it's taking other URLs also, other website URLs as well. And it's trying to sync because Seekout is pretty powerful tool. Mintra, Baswaraj, Dharmajit.
With the free version of Seekout, we can
It's
do
a free version.
unlimited.
It's a free version. I have a paid version also, but in trainings, I never use any paid versions, neither a LinkedIn recruiter as well, unless it is really required. All
Any
right, I think
results in-
it's kind of a working with even a seek out, but I won't comment anything, confirm anything, whether it is working or not. Maybe next week we'll park a discussion for this, if it's properly working or not. If it is yes, no, or it's a mix of yes, no, or is it for some it's working, or is it some it's not working? Most probably it's a mix of yes and no both.
any data scraped can be worked through Seekout. Is that?
You refer to the video, the one which I uploaded last week,
Last week? Okay.
connecting a dots between data miner, between GitHub, data miner, and a Seekout. You'll get the further more details on that. Just refer to that video once. All right.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Good night.